Playing in the SEC was lovely. Don't get me wrong, it's tough. It's kind of like the GSC, you know. Each week you're gonna have a top 10 team, and they're gonna come out and they're gonna give you their best and everything. But you're gonna have a lot of fun out there.
The thing with Jon is, Jon's been at the University of Georgia. He's played with guys who have gone on to play in the NFL now, and Jon comes to work every day like a professional. He's played in front of 80, 90,000 fans.
But after 2 seasons between the hedges, the opportunity for Jon Knox to play in front of 90,000 people was gone. And so was the game he loved.
Oh, it was tough because you grow up playing for a team like Georgia, and you know everything just hit rock bottom, you know. And then being in the situation I was in after the fact, it was like, man, what do I do next? You know I could play ball, but how can I get these teams and these coaches to trust me again?
With football and education now out of his life, Jon had to make a decision. How he was going to make money while trying to play football.
Well, I do a little labor work, or sometimes I cut grass, you know. I didn't really want to get too much in the work field because I felt like if I did, then I'd forget about football, you know what I'm saying? And I knew somewhere down the line I was going to play football again. So, man, I was like, man, I cannot do this. I cannot do this. I cannot do this. That's all I was saying.
With the help of family and close friends, including NFL All-Pro player Justin Houston, Jon Knox was determined to return to the field.
I sent 10 letters. I sent 4 letters to GSC teams, 2 of them, Delta State and North Al. You know, they contacted me back, and basically it was just like I sent them a little resume I had from Georgia and whatnot, and they seen that, and like I said, I convinced them that I could still play ball, you know.
That's amazing to me that he sent these emails out to all these colleges, universities, and I think us and University of North Alabama were 2 of the only schools that responded to him, and that's incredible to me that only those 2 schools responded to him and a player of Jon's caliber. Jon's a freak. I'm going to tell you some of the things he can do on the practice field with his ball skills, and a few weeks back when we played Florida Tech, guy had 3 interceptions in the game, and some of the plays he made, I mean, it's incredible. So he's got ball skills and some of the ground he can cover. He just got some freakish ability, and you know, it's great to have a guy like that part of the unit, and you know, showing the other guys how things are.
And Delta State's seen production ever since out of the Statesboro, Georgia native. In his little over 1 season in the Delta, Knox has racked up 69 tackles with 4 interceptions, all thanks to one man who took a chance, Coach Todd Cooley.
Oh man, I love Coach Cooley, man. Coach Cooley is like one of my favorite coaches because a guy that was 25 years old, who would take a chance on a guy that was 25 years old and was out of football for that long, and for him to just have faith and confidence and knowing that he got a football player, you know, you can't deny that. That just shows you the type of person he is, and how can you deny a man like that? You got to have nothing but love for him.
For Jon, Delta State offered the opportunity to play the game he loves. And the first opportunity to play was in his home state against Fort Valley State.
That's my home state, and it was a homecoming for me. My first game back after that long time, and just to go back to Georgia, man, I couldn't thank God no more. And I just was like, wow, it's been a long time, man. I'm finna have fun out here today.
After living in the real world for so long, Jon now knows the importance of getting a degree, and he's helping players understand the opportunity that is put in front of them.
Jon's a guy that at one point was sitting at home thinking he's never going to play football again. And you know, he was at Georgia in 2007. I think he played some junior college ball in 2009, but this is 8 years later now, and I think he's really taking advantage of the opportunity. He knows he's on his second try, and you know, when he sees a young guy that's not doing things right, he's one of the first ones to step in and say, hey man, or grab him, say, hey, you ain't doing things right, that sort of thing, and being a mentor for some of the younger guys that we have on our team.
Getting a degree is really important because, like I said, when I was out of football, I couldn't do what I wanted to do because I didn't have a degree. So getting a degree, you know what I'm saying, it helps you get a job that you like to do, something you went to school for and spent your time in the classroom to do and everything. And you know, that's just something that you can't get denied.